Steven Seagal, the Hollywood action star renowned for his Aikido skills, always portrays himself as an unbeatable martial artist, both on and off the screen. On the other hand, Lebell, a legendary judo champion and stuntman, has a vast background in grappling and is known as one of the strongest individuals in the sport. In this video, we will delve into one of the most talked about and controversial encounters in martial arts history, the alleged fight between Steven Seagal and Lebell. What truly happened when these two legends clashed? Let's uncover the truth. To better understand the context of the meeting between these two legendary figures, let's first take a look at their life journeys, so we can more easily pinpoint when they crossed paths. Born Steven Frederick Seagal, his martial arts career began at a young age. This tough-looking but handsome man was born on April 10th, 1952, in Lansing, Michigan. His mother, Patricia Ann Fisher, was a medical technician, while his father, Samuel Stephen, was a high school teacher. During his teenage years, his family moved to Fullerton, where Seagal continued his education at Buena Park High School. He then got a job as a dishwasher at a restaurant called The Wagon Wheel. Due to his quick movements, the chef, who was a Japanese Shotokan karate expert, noticed him and decided to provide him with basic karate training. From there, Seagal began learning the martial art of Aikido under the guidance of Harry Kiyoshi Ishisaka in 1964. In his late teens, Steven moved to Japan with his father, who was visiting the country for military reasons, and they decided to stay in Japan permanently. Not long after, Seagal earned a 7th degree black belt and the title of Shihan in Aikido. This title is a Japanese term used in many Japanese martial arts as an honorary title for senior experts or practitioners. Additionally, Seagal became the first foreigner in Japan to operate an Aikido dojo.
Other martial arts. Notice that the master is rarely defending himself, turning aside his attackers while exerting very little counterforce of his own.
Seagal spent 15 years in Asia, studying Eastern philosophy and occasionally working as a martial arts fight scene choreographer in films. He collaborated with stars like Sean Connery and Toshiro Mifune. Upon returning to the United States, he opened a martial arts academy and worked as a bodyguard for celebrities like Kelly LeBrock and Hollywood agent Michael Ovitz. Kelly LeBrock eventually became Seagal's wife, and they had 3 children. Meanwhile, Michael Ovitz helped him secure a film deal with Warner Brothers. His Hollywood debut was as a martial arts coordinator for the film The Challenge, released in 1982. The following year, in 1983, Seagal opened an Aikido dojo in North Hollywood. In the same year, he worked as a martial arts coordinator for the film Never Say Never Again. In 1988, he was chosen to write and choreograph fight scenes for the film Above the Law, directed by Andrew Davis. He also starred in the film as Nico Toscani.
You also would not know that Richie owns this place and that he sells narcotics here because he's a fucking puke and he likes to pervert kids and stuff.
2 years later, Steven Seagal appeared in more films, such as Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, and Out for Justice. His performances in these films significantly boosted his popularity. At this point, the confrontation between Steven Seagal and Lebell became one of the most talked about incidents in the world of martial arts and Hollywood action films. This story has reached mythical status, with various versions circulating among fans, celebrities, and martial artists. According to the circulating tales, the incident occurred on the set of a film in the late 1980s or early 1990s. Steven Seagal, known for his Aikido skills and tough persona, claimed that he had a technique that could prevent anyone from choking him. Gene Lebell, a renowned judoka and stunt coordinator, decided to test Seagal's claim. Several videos on YouTube suggest that Lebell successfully applied a chokehold on Seagal, who then lost consciousness and, according to some reports, experienced an embarrassing physical reaction. However, the details of the story vary greatly. Some say that Seagal did not pass out and that the story has been exaggerated. Meanwhile, eyewitnesses like Stephen Lambert, a stuntman who was present at the incident, have their own versions of the story.
We worked it together on It's Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal and okay, fair, not better.
Lambert stated that while there was a confrontation, the dramatic details often discussed are not entirely accurate.
He kicked my ass. So Gene turned around, stopped, and they started talking, and I'm right there with them. And he said, he started exchanging martial arts moves.
He described how Seagal attempted to use his martial arts skills against Lebell, but ultimately failed. According to Lambert, Seagal tried to demonstrate a technique to escape from a hold.
He didn't put him unconscious. He didn't put him in a snooker hold. He didn't put him in a rear naked choke. He just did a neck lock crank on him. But when he did it, he went down so fast, and then he got up real quick and started dusting himself off because he was embarrassed.
However, Lebell, with his extensive grappling experience, quickly subdued Seagal. Lambert's testimony suggests that although Seagal was defeated, the more embarrassing aspects of the story were likely exaggerated.
Maybe they were at a wide-angle shot behind us, but I never saw any. There were just 4 guys there. Steven, his LAPD guy, and Gene and myself. So that's how the film went.
Meanwhile, Gene Lebell confirmed that an altercation did occur, but refused to discuss the graphic details. The aftermath of this incident had significant impacts on both their reputations and careers. For Gene Lebell, the event solidified his status as a martial artist, capable of handling even the toughest opponents. On the other hand, Steven Seagal received considerable attention and sharp criticism within the martial arts community. This controversy is just one of many stories that paint a complex picture of Steven Seagal. He has been known for his erratic behavior and frequent physical altercations with stuntmen. Seagal's career is marked by incidents that cause friction on set, and his reputation for being difficult to work with has often overshadowed his accomplishments in martial arts and film.